The story of the Rolls-Royce Sweptail begins not with the company, but with a dream. A dream carried by a single individual who approached Rolls-Royce with a request that was as bold as it was ambitious. He wanted something no one else in the world had. Not just a car, but a piece of art, a moving sculpture, a reflection of his taste, his passions, and his lifestyle. What came out of that vision is today considered one of the most exclusive and expensive cars ever created, the Rolls-Royce Sweptail. Imagine walking into a private showroom where the air itself seems to hum with elegance. Under the spotlight stands a car unlike any you've ever seen before. At first glance, it feels familiar, the classic Rolls-Royce grille, the proud stance, the spirit of ecstasy leading the way. But as your eyes move along its body, you realize this is no ordinary Rolls-Royce. This is a Grand Coupe, a long, sweeping design that feels more like a luxury yacht on wheels than a traditional car. Its presence is almost otherworldly, like something drawn from a dream and made real by the hands of master craftsmen. The Sweptail's design was inspired by the golden era of the 1920s and 1930s, when coach-built cars were not just about transportation, but about pure expression of individuality. It also draws heavy influence from luxury yachts, which is why the car looks as though it could sail across the ocean if it wanted to. The rear end tapers into an elegant curve, resembling the deck of a classic yacht, while the roofline flows seamlessly like the silhouette of a vessel cutting through water. This harmony between car and yacht design is what gives the Sweptail its unmistakable identity. Then, there's the glass roof. A single, uninterrupted piece of the largest panoramic glass ever fitted to a car. It stretches from the windshield all the way back, flooding the cabin with natural light. The effect is dramatic. Sitting inside feels less like being in a car and more like being in a glass-domed gallery, with the sky itself as your ceiling. On a sunny day, the light dances across the handcrafted wood and leather surfaces, creating an atmosphere of serenity and grandeur. On a starry night, it becomes a private observatory, where you can watch the universe unfold above you as you glide silently along the road. Step inside, and you enter a world where every detail has been crafted not for the masses, but for one man's vision. The interior is a masterclass in minimalism and luxury. Rolls-Royce removed anything unnecessary and focused purely on elegance. The cabin is lined with polished Macassar ebony wood and handcrafted leather in light, creamy tones. Even the dashboard has been stripped down to its purest form. No clutter, no chaos, just simplicity and balance. The elegance is so refined that even the clock on the dashboard is a bespoke piece of jewelry, milled from solid titanium. But luxury here isn't just about looks, it's about surprises too. Hidden in the center console is a secret compartment, which with the touch of a button, reveals a champagne cooler. Inside rests a bottle of the owner's favorite vintage, alongside two bespoke crystal flutes made exclusively for him. It's the kind of detail that feels more like a scene from a James Bond film than a luxury coupe, and yet it fits perfectly into the Sweptail's personality: indulgent, exclusive, unforgettable. Every angle of this car tells a story. The front, with its authoritative grille and proud Rolls-Royce stance, declares power and heritage. The side profile, impossibly long and elegant, whispers sophistication and timeless beauty. The rear, with its yacht-like taper, speaks of journeys across oceans and skies. Even the wheels are designed to match the flowing lines, giving the impression of constant motion, even when the car is standing still. The Sweptail isn't just about design, though, it's also about rarity. Only one was ever made. That means when you see this car, you are looking at something no one else in the world owns. This isn't limited production, this isn't one of 100, or even one of 10. This is one of one. A singular masterpiece that will never be repeated. It's the automotive equivalent of a custom-built palace, crafted entirely for one man's dream. And of course, then there's the question everyone asks: the price. When Rolls-Royce unveiled the Sweptail in 2017, it carried a price tag of around $13 million. At the time, it was the most expensive new car in the world. But to its owner, the value wasn't in the number. The value was in the exclusivity, the craftsmanship, and the fact that no one else on the planet could claim to have what he had. In that sense, the Sweptail isn't just a car, it's an extension of identity, a statement that some dreams are priceless. What makes the Sweptail even more fascinating is the process that created it. It took nearly 5 years from concept to completion. Every single element was discussed, designed, revised, and perfected in collaboration with the owner. The artisans at Rolls-Royce didn't just build a car, they built a relationship, translating imagination into reality, sketch into sculpture, dream into machine. It is this process that makes Coach-built cars like the Sweptail so magical. They aren't manufactured, they're born. Picture this. You're driving through the Italian Riviera, the sun setting on the horizon, the light spilling across the ocean. Behind the wheel of the Sweptail, you're not simply a driver, you're the captain of a private vessel, gliding through roads as though they were waves. Heads turn, conversations stop, cameras rise. People know they're looking at something rare, something they may never see again in their lives. In that moment, the Sweptail is more than a car. It is theater. It is art in motion. It is a dream come true. The Rolls-Royce Sweptail redefined what it means to be bespoke. It showed the world that in the realm of true luxury, money is not the limit, imagination is. It proved that a car could be more than a machine, that it could be a story, a legacy, a timeless work of art. And that is why, even years after its debut, the Sweptail remains one of the most captivating and iconic creations in the history of Rolls-Royce. It is not just the rarest Rolls-Royce, it is the ultimate Rolls-Royce.